Yeah. Hope you're ready. It's about to be a movie in a minute. Let me just get myself right. Yes, sir. Going live. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for it? Are y'all ready for it? Oh, y'all ready for it? Yeah, see what the title say. Free game. That's what we doing tonight. That's what we are doing tonight. Tonight, it is going to be about the free game. Relationship Q&A, dating Q&A. We're going to get it. Where are my daggone comments up here? Let's see. Let's bring up the comments over here. Yeah, y'all go ahead and get ready to jump in because it's about to be a movie. Do not, I repeat, do not be bashful. This is one of those. And anyone who wants to jump in, the Ecamm Live link is in my bio. It's in my IG bio. Jump in if that's what it is that you want to do. Free game. If not, you could just ask your questions within the chat itself. I'm also good with that. So, it is what it is. Y'all can do what y'all want to do. I'm with that too. So we're going to go right ahead. We live on YouTube. We right on YouTube. We on IG. Jump in. It's about to be a movie. Free game tonight. Free game. Relationship questions, Q&A. Go ahead and jump in. I don't know what this is going to look like tonight. I haven't been on live in a while, but we're going to get it in. It's about to go down. It's going to be a movie. Let's go. Are y'all ready for it? Are y'all ready for it? Let's get it. Anyone who has questions, it does not matter what they are, how big or how small. I'm sure it's something that you want to know. You want to know why women are flaky or why men are dishonest. Maybe you want to know why this person cheats. Is this person taking me seriously? Should I continue on with the relationship with this person? There's so many things, so many questions that I know you want answered, and I got the answers. Sway. I've got the answer, Sway. I'm trying to tell you. I've got the answer, Sway. Stupid. Any questions, go right ahead. Cats want to join in, go ahead and do it. It's going down tonight. Let's go ahead and get it. I am live on YouTube. I am live on Instagram as well. Just jumped off TikTok. Might jump back on there today. I'm feeling froggy. Let's get it, though. Can y'all jump in here? Are y'all ready or not? I want some questions, though. Let's see. Hey, Unc, what do you think? What do you think about having a roster? Tell you what, I can tell you what I think about having a roster, man. Oh, man. And again, if any of y'all want to answer these questions in person, the normal live links will not work. However, in my Instagram bio and my TikTok bio, there is a link for Ecamm Live. It will allow you to jump right in here. Even if you are banished from certain platforms, you can still bring your ass up in here. Just hit the link live and you'll be able to jump in. We're going to talk about a roster. All right. So this needs context. There's got to be some back and forth. So hopefully you got some quick Twitter fingers. I'm going to give you the answer. I can give you a plain answer, but I would love for you to be able to jump in. Anyone who want to jump in that link, I'm going to allow you to slide on in, pause, and we're going to get that popping. But having a roster, I'm going to tell you, having a roster can be cool. Is it different for men and women? Absolutely. It's different for men and women. So I'll say this. A man asked me, so I'm going to answer it as a man. Can you have a roster? Should you have a roster? It depends on what your goal is, right? There is no one rule for everybody. But if your goal for having a roster is to obtain lots and lots of hot pockets, then absolutely, it makes perfect sense for you to have a roster. If you want to have a meaningful relationship, then no, it is not the way to go. If you are going to have a roster, I would suggest that you keep it clean, keep it friendly. Do not keep it funky on this one. In other words, no raw diggity. You heard? No raw diggity. You got to take it easy with that. There is no raw diggity when you out here having a roster. There's a lot of things going on, not just your regular. Certain things you can't really test for. A lot of people think, okay, yeah, I ain't got the H man, I ain't got the G man, I ain't got the Batman Forever, and you cool. Not really, right? There are some things. There is that BV out here. I don't want to say too much on social media. They really got us going crazy. But yeah, you do not want that BV. Right about now is something terrible, and it's got some people running around here smelling very unpleasant. Can we talk about that for a second? Can we talk about that for a second? Can we talk about that for just a second? Listen to me when I tell you that BV had you wrong. So listen, stop dipping into all the sauces. Keep the burrito out of the hot sauce. Unless it's still in the wrapper. Take it easy. Having a roster, if that's what you want to do, I dig it. I would suggest that you are honest. However, here's the caveat. Just understand that if you are not lying about it, you can't expect the female to be honest and just only deal with you. She's not going to be monogamous. So any female who understands that you are dating, particularly smashing multiple females, she is not going to be faithful. If you think that a side chick is going to be faithful to you, you are out of your mind. I'm telling you right now, you got to chill. Stupid. That's not how it's going to go. Females typically do not, almost never remain faithful to a man who is unfaithful to them knowingly. Particularly in 2024, it's not going down like that. You could think so, but it's not going down like that. Yo, what up? The good Harper. I trying to get me to read. Let me see. Has the diggity you right though? Yeah, real talk. You can't expect the no raw diggity. Do not do raw diggity. It's too crazy out here, and there's far too much going on out there about now. Do not. I promise you don't. Do not do raw diggity. It is not worth it in 2024. It is a scary thing, and I would encourage you to never, ever do that. Do not. You can't trust them out here. Unless, now I'm going to say this. If your roster so happens to all live in the same house, that's a different ball game, because not only you will be able to police it, but the rest of your roster will police each other, and not necessarily for you, but to keep their own vajayjay safe, right? Because they don't want to be walking around with that BV, which a lot of people don't talk about. A lot of people talk about that herp, you know what I mean? A lot of people talk about that Batman Forever. A lot of people talk about them other things, but that's a real thing right now. And it'll have you out here itching, scratching. It'll have you out here super funky, smelling like straight up garbage juice. And, you know, a lot of times the men will run around scot-free because kind of like begins with the H, ends with the V, and there's a P in the middle somewhere. That one is another one where men can't be detected necessarily. You won't know if a man is carrying it, but the women will carry it, and they will know for sure. So you got to just be very careful out here. Your best bet is monogamy. Your second best bet would be to protect yourself. And I would say be honest if you can. I know a lot of brothers ain't got it like that, because if you try to be honest, you're probably not man enough to be able to hold down multiple chicks in 2024, because they're not really going for that. Females are now exercising their options, and you have to understand that. It's a reality that females are exercising their damn options just as you are. So I'm just going to say that, and you have to understand it. That's a great question. I appreciate you for that. What else we got? How do you keep them from getting attached? I have a broad who claims she crazy. Oh my God. Oh, that's a great question, bro. That's a great question. How do you keep them? And I got to shout your name. Hold on. What? No. Let me hold on just a second here. I'm about to make this. I got to make this larger. Here we are. I'm going to switch this. I'm just switching my screen real quick. So now I can see this there, and I can monitor this here. And I'm going to make this a lot larger because I need to read what y'all saying with confidence. Oh, I can read you now. God damn. Here we go. How do you keep them from getting attached? This is from No morally. Okay. How do you keep them from getting attached? I have a broad who claims she crazy. Whoa. I would just say, like that is, I'll be honest. The first thing you, on some real, you really need to be telling her goodbye. Honestly, when a chick tells you that she's crazy, that's a really bad sign. All right, two things could be true. One, she's either bluffing and really not crazy, which is about just as half as likely. Here's the other reason for that. But you'll know because there's telltale signs if she actually is crazy. Two, women are usually just a little bit more crazy than they recognize. So if she's telling you she's crazy, she's batshit crazy. We'll just say that, right? If she's telling you that she's crazy, she's likely batshit crazy. Either that or she's bluffing and she just wants you to think that she's crazy. But you'll know if she's crazy, it's going to take a little more investigation. Does she do things that are out of the norm? Right? Is there some twitching involved? Does she just pace around? Is there some things you're going to have to see? I need more context. What's going on with homegirl? Right? But how to not keep them attached? Here's something that a lot of men never do. And I tell men that this is what they should do if you don't want a girl to go crazy. Stop giving out that A game glizzy. Can y'all hear me? Stop giving out that grade A glizzy. Stop it. You should stop. Do not give out that grade A glizzy. I'm telling you, a lot of us don't understand that sometimes we just have to dial it back. We got to dial it back. Stop giving out grade A glizzy if you don't want the woman to go crazy. A lot of us, and I understand, I feel you on this because your name is on it, right? And women talk, and that eventually gets you into other draws and this and that. But guess what? If you don't want her to get attached, sometimes you got to do things for the greater good. You could just be honest and tell her that you have absolutely no desire to be in a relationship, right? So the only thing about it is there are some women who are mature enough and, just not even, and it takes more than just being mature. It has to actually be something different about you, right? I don't want to say something wrong with you, but most women who can detach sex from their emotions are dysfunctional. Sorry. I know y'all don't want to hear that. I know you don't want to hear that. What? I know you don't want to hear that. But what I'm telling you is that men, listen, men, women that are able to detach emotions from the sex are dysfunctional. It's not a woman that you want to wife. I apologize. I can't say it any cleaner than that. Do not get with the woman for long term if she can detach sex from her emotions. It is not normal for women to do that. I've experienced plenty of women who are like that, and God help me, I would never, ever have wiped any of them. Never, ever, ever. Listen to me. Never. Finish her. Never. You heard that? Look, we're going to do that for the other camera too. Listen to me when I tell you. Look, never wife her. I'm just saying. Just don't. don't. I'm sorry. That's just the cold hard truth. You don't want to wife women who can detach sex from emotions, right? So I don't know I'm running around a mulberry bush, but until the question's coming fast, I'm gonna drag these out, man. I'm gonna be long stroking all night, pause, until the questions come faster. So yeah, but that's something that you have to pay attention to. Don't ever deal with women like that for long term. They're great buck fuddies, but that's about it, honestly. And I don't want you to. And this may sound pretty bad, but listen, this is life, man. This is how people treat you. This is just what it is. And ladies, if you don't like the way that sounds, then I would encourage you to never be one of these characters. Do not be one of these characters. If you know, and women know how to hide theirs, and that's another thing you have to understand is that a woman might be able to detach sex from you because she's already put the mental block on you. And a lot of men don't understand that women actually have that ability to do that with you and then attach with somebody else. It's the next guy's problem, though. Nothing like some lemon water. So, listen, In a nutshell, just tell her as much of the honest opinion as you have. Just tell her you don't have any desire to get into a relationship. So then the onus is on her. You were honest, and that's what women always say. They don't like to hear the truth, but they do. They tell you that they want the truth, but when you tell the truth, then you get the ultimate consequences. So yeah, I understand it. Women, all right, I'll say it like this. Here's the absolute truth. Women don't want to hear the truth. Well, they do. No, okay. I got it for you. Here goes some game. Free game number 1. Women do want to hear the truth. Shut up. That's Google thinking I called them. So, females do want the truth. They just wish the truth was different. Females do want the truth. They just wish the truth was different. So they don't want you to lie to them. A lot of people say females just want to hear me lie. They just want, no, they don't want to hear you lie. They just wish that the truth were different. Big difference. I appreciate this advice. Oh yeah, no, bro. I appreciate you asking, man. For real, for real. And if you have another question before somebody else jumps in, I got you again. But hopefully that absolutely helps you. I think it's helped me back in the day. And the beautiful thing about it is a lot of these lessons, man, I had to learn the hard way. I've had a lot of experience, and most of them were bad, to be honest. A lot of bad experiences got me to where I am today. But the good thing about it for you is, particularly if you're young, I made these mistakes so you don't have to, right? I'm an extremely analytical dude, so I've tried everything. Started from scratch. Those who don't know my history, I do a podcast. I'm on YouTube. You search Trev Smoove, you find me anywhere. TREV_SMOOVE. And YouTube, you find me on TikTok, you find me on Instagram, you find me on Snapchat, you find me on Clapper, Pause, whatever the X, whatever, same thing, same name. Jump in, you'll find me there. And I run a podcast, and I talk to people. The main focus of the channel is human improvement. However, relationships has been popping like crazy. People really like to hear about that stuff. Relationship dynamics are in trouble right now. So wherever it's needed, I get it. And I do believe that relationships are important, because that dating causes marriage, which is going to build a strong family, which will build a strong community, which will bring a strong society. And they have waged war against the nuclear family, particularly for certain groups, for years. That economy struggle could be going away like this. Right? But it's not going to happen. They're not going to pull a switch. They're not dialing it back. It's up to us to save ourselves, right? And we can't save everybody. Some people are going to go. Some people are going to perish. It is what it is. But save yourself. Go ahead and get your weight up, get your finances right. And that's what I encourage people to get their finances right, get your relationship right. If you want to get locked down, that's cool. If you don't want to get locked down, that's cool. If you have any questions about either or, tonight, I'm going to another Trev in here. Hell, King Trev. Hey, man, it's only room for one Trev in here, man. But if you got a question, I got you. Yeah, all of that's extremely important. That's what we focus on the channel, and hopefully I would subscribe to it. If you have not seen my YouTube, that's where you can get my long form content. I know most of y'all see me in under a minute. Usually, I'm always under a minute, so I can get the short into as many platforms as possible while sending a message. And I do want everybody to understand it's nearly impossible to send a message within a minute. I'm sorry. 1 minute is very difficult for you to get my thought process out in 1 minute. That's crazy. 1 minute to get an entire thought. It can happen, but it's tough. You can only get a piece of it. Pause. So I'm going to just tell you that if you want to understand what's really going on, what I really think, how I really speak, then you probably want to go over to my longer form content, right? You know where to find longer form content. So you go ahead and you do that, and it's going to work out for you. You'll see what I mean. I have some great guests on there. A lot of people who are trying to improve themselves, and that's what we're doing. So some of y'all who may have missed it, I'm going to answer some of these questions again. But listen, here's the thing. I've had a few questions from some guys, man, and I see they on it, man. These guys might be in their 20s or so, and they really thinking about that player. I hear you, and I ain't even mad at you if that's the outcome you want. And I get it, because right now, in 2024, that's where a lot of men see themselves. That's where a lot of women see themselves, honestly. The marital rates are going down. Okay. How do I go about starting a roster? Oh, snap. Okay. Okay. All right. So we're going to do that. That's what you want? Okay. How do you want to start a roster? That's what you want to do. All right, player. I feel you. So if you want to start a roster, you want to start a roster. And anybody who wants to jump in, my Ecamm Live link is up. Is there any questions? I can go real time. If you want this conversation to flow more fluently, come on. That is the Ecamm Live link in my bio. All you got to do is hit OK, and then you'll be a guest on here, and I can pull your face up in the screen, and we can have a one-on-one dialogue, and I can answer all your questions extremely fast and everything. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and do that if you want. But I'll go ahead and answer this question for you. How do I go about starting a roster? And I think that's what type of tip we're going to be on tonight. Pause. Like, it feels like I'm going to be on some nefarious shit tonight, but that's fine. All right. So anyway, if you want to go about starting a roster, the first thing you have to do is understand that it's like a real roster, like a game, right? It's like, what positions? You all need them to play positions, right? So you might need a point guard. You might need a center, right? And you need a roster. It depends. I would say keep it 6 and under, to be honest. Keep it 6 and under. It starts to get confusing, and then I start to question your productivity if you want to have a complete roster. That's crazy. And then you have to understand, what is it? Contact. Bro, if you can jump on this live, because there's so many different ways to go about it. It's a lot of nuance involved in this. And I want to make sure that I'm answering your questions efficiently. I can really dig in, pause, and answer your questions just the way you would like them to be answered. However, it's more difficult to do that if it's tough. I would say call in, but I'm going to answer it the best I can, but I don't know what the results you want are. I don't know if you want them to all feel like they're your girlfriend. I don't know if you want them to, I don't know how often you want to see them. If you want to see them once a month, twice a month, once a week, if you have time to see 6 women in a week, you know what I'm saying? Like, all of these questions are important. All of this nuance, because I can give you an answer and I have no problem doing that. However, it's like, do you want to get that solid answer? You know what I'm saying? Do you want the solid answer? So it's up to you, for real. But I will call in, but I'll go ahead and answer it the best I can. All right. So if you're one of these guys that you want you want several women, and that's cool. You want several women. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Go ahead and get you several women. Let's just say 5. I'm gonna give you I'm gonna try to make it easy, right? 5 is pretty easy to work with. 5 is easy. You want 5 women. The first one that you got to do is just get a female that's suits your needs. Very flexible with the time. What types of women are very flexible? Women who don't work, unfortunately. Women who don't work have the most flexible schedule. Second most flexible schedules are women who work from home, right? So you have to kind of get the women to fit under your program, because if you try to chase them around, it's going to completely throw you off, and you're going to lose a lot of productivity. And 2, you're going to not be able to mess with the other women. So each and every one of these women have to be able to get on your program. So every one of them have to be agreeable, right? You can't get women who are super masculine to do this, because they're not agreeable, and they're going to expect for you to jump onto their schedule, and that's not really how it go. So that's the first thing. Find very agreeable women. Secondly, they're probably going to have to be Damn, man. This feels so. I feel guilty doing this, man. But it is what it is. So what I'll say is this. Look, the next thing that you're gonna have to figure out about them is their schedules. Everyone has to have a decent schedule. You got the people who are working very little, but some of them women are going to work. You're not going to find 5 to 6 women who aren't working. That's just bananas. So a lot of them going to be working. So you got to kind of see how much you want to see them, and you got to position them. You have to make sure that they all fulfill a need. Like, you don't want a lot of holes in them. You want overlaps. You don't want holes within the women that you're dealing with. You want overlaps. Meaning that this woman can do this, and this woman knows how to cook, but you got maybe 2 or 3 women who know how to cook. Or maybe you got 2 or 3 women that listen. And as far as McLovin, I would say that every single one of them. Thoughts on last night. Women are wild. Oh, I hear you. Yeah, and BZ, I see you on the YT chat. And yes, women are indeed wild. Women are indeed wild. But any questions on here, we go ahead and jump in. I'm looking at my YouTube chat right now too. So anybody within the chat, I'm going to go ahead and answer those questions as well. Anyone who wants to jump into this discussion, please jump on my Ecamm Live link. It's in my IG bio, which is TREV_SMOOVE, Trev Smoove. There's an Ecamm Live link. If you want to jump into the discussion, I will allow you on stage and we can have this one-on-one discussion. If you really have any questions that you would like to be answered, I'm completely for it. And any questions, I mean, any question, bro, you always dripping on Friday. Appreciate y'all, yo. Yeah, it was wild. Listen, I'll get with y'all on that too. But I want to study this relationship topic tonight, man. All right, we're gonna get back to this roster. I don't want to disrespect you there, brother. I know No Moroli. How do I pronounce that? No more Oli. I hope if I got that right, give me a thumbs up, No Moroli. But I'm gonna say this, brother. You want to know, anybody who didn't know, how do I go about starting a roster? That's what we're talking about. So each one of these women have to be very cooperative and agreeable. Cooperative and agreeable. Shout out to A1Gs for jumping in the building. One of the homies y'all need to check out too. Check his IG and YouTube as well. Relationship Talk with G's in the spot. So check it out. This is what I got here. You already got the agreeable, and then you have to have good schedules, right? And I'm going to just tell you, honesty is always the best policy. But again, that's that double-edged sword we were talking about. When you are honest with women about this, if you're telling a woman that she's going to get 20% of your attention because it's 4 other women, then she might be able to agree with that. But just understand that she's probably going to want to get her attention from other men. Understand that. She's probably going to want attention from other men if that's what you're going to do. Just understand that. You can't get away from the fact that women of 2024 are very different than the women of old. I'm sorry. They are not trying to hear it. They are not going to allow you to do the same things that you do. Unless, now, all of this changes. And I mean, all of this changes if you are a hyper successful man, right? So if you are a hyper successful man, completely different story. Listen to me. If you are a hyper successful man, it is a completely different story. So this is what I always tell gentlemen, no matter what. This is what you must do. First things first. You have to make sure you up in the gym, right? You need to make sure your physique is as great as possible, as appealing. There are some things that are universally appealing. I can tell you right now, I have a lot of decent outfits and I garner attention from the women. This is not about bragging. I'm just giving you a baseline, right? No matter what, there are some things that you can do that are universal, right? Your clothes should flatter your figure. Listen to me. Your clothes have to flatter your figure. Do not wear clothes that don't look good on you. And I know a lot of men don't like to go try on stuff. Some things you got to until you mastered it, which I have. I don't even try on a lot of things. The only thing I try on is if I buy like dress shirts, they have to fit. My suits, I'm going to get them tailored. I'm sorry, right? But regular casual wear, a hoodie, no, I know exactly what that should look like. I know my size, I know my brands, and that, jeans, I already know if this going to fit. You can put it up against your belly, then all right, this works. But when it comes to your other stuff, like suits and all, you got to get them tailored. And if you haven't mastered the art of choosing your outfits yet, then you need to get them to fit you well. So go try them on. Stop being lazy. That's one. Make sure you look good. Smelling good. You have to smell good. You have to smell good. Anybody who needs designer cologne, hit me up. My one of my business partners actually has a dupe brand which smells better than the originals because they don't use the fluff and none of that other stuff. It's called Janice Fragrances. Hit me up. It's got the Creative Venice joint. It's got and this is not a paid promotion. This is just shout to the homie because I support my people. It's got the Creative Venice. It's got the Baccarat. Any of those type of smells that you want to smell like, I'm telling you, and they're knockout. They are attention grabbers. And even if you don't, go ahead and get ours. Just go make sure you have some quality smelling cologne that'll last you all day. Women, when they smell you and you smell good, I promise you, it grabs their attention and it awakens them, if you know what I mean. It awakens them. I'm telling you right now, that's another thing that's going to help you, absolutely help you. Those are the type of things that you're going to get to attract women. Now, to maintain women, you're going to have your money right. You can't play around like this, my friends. If you ain't got your money right, you're not going to be able to get one woman, much less multiple women, unless you got your game right. Your game got to be tight. So you're going to have to make sure your money good. Your money got to be good. Your money has to be good because it costs money to go out on dates. They're going to want attention, man. When you telling them that they can only deal with you and you're dealing with 4 others, a lot of times they're going to want some attention, some time, some love, and all of that. And they're going to want you to take them places. They're going to want you to take them out to eat, this and that. And you ain't got to do that. There are some women who just want to smash. But for you to be that type of guy, you really going to have to be in the gym. Even if you ain't spending the money on them, you better be able to ride them around in a nice car, give them those experiences that don't necessarily cost you money. You better have a nice pad for them to be able to come into. And this is how you can get away with not tricking, but still actually, using your resources to obtain women without using your resources through the women, right? So that's another thing. And women will accept it if they feel like you're desired. So, yeah, you can get it off that way. That's another thing you're going to have to do. So start picking up some books, man. Read some books. I can't stress that enough. Read some books, man. Well read. You're going to get so much knowledge by reading the books. Shout to me. I'm working on a book right now. And when that joint drop, I'm expecting some of these cats to be out here supporting it, man. Hope y'all support this book when I drop it. It's going to be a dope book. And I'll give you a hint. It's about relationships. And it's dropping soon. So I want y'all to support that. But yeah, be well read. I've gotten into reading as of late, man. Believe it or not, I wasn't always an avid reader, but I've became a reader, particularly since them joints come in audiobooks now. Especially since they come in audiobooks now. Can we talk about that for a second? Whew. Yeah, especially since they come in audiobooks. Been going hard with that. So, yeah, and if you are doing audiobooks, put them joints on 1.5 to 2 speed, to 2 times speed, and get your information up. Because most of us can actually understand what they're reading in those audiobooks a lot faster. Reading is good too, because most of what I read is articles. So I love reading articles about new information. I read up about cars. I read up about technology. I read up about politics. I read up about science. So that's where I do most of my reading. But books itself, I normally do an audiobook. Real talk. For whatever reason, I don't like reading books, but I love reading articles and papers and stuff. I can do that, but yeah, I don't read too much of that. But be well read. You're going to gain so much information, and you'll be able to have a lot of different conversations. And here's another thing, a tip that I've learned over time: expand your musical taste. Listen to some other types of musics and try them. Play something different. Find out what the other things that the females listen to is. A lot of people sleep on that, man. Like I'm telling you, if you like, I used to DJ, so I got the cheat code, and a good DJ, damn good DJ. So what I'm gonna tell you is that I've had to listen to other music. I had to research music because I had to know how to move different crowds, and I didn't just play in house parties. And I did weddings, I did clubs, I did all that. So it was one of them situations where I needed to know every type of audience, how to get every party to get down. So, and it wasn't like now where everybody listens to the same thing virtually. There's a few genres, but a lot of it is more fluid and shit like that. That's not the case way back when. These type of cats listen to this. These type of cats listen to this. And it was even different from city to city. You would go to a different hood here, different hood there. It was all different types of music, no matter what the race was, and it was crazy. So you kind of had to know what it was, and you had to have that joint in your request bag. And we had crates back then, which was crazy. We had to have that actual vinyl. We couldn't just download it real quick on request. We had to know what we was doing when we was going there and what type of crowd we was dealing with. So that made me expand my musical taste. And you'd be surprised when other women could be around you and they could listen to stuff that they thought you would have judged them on. Man, it's over. Because I'm going to tell you, one of the things that the main reason why females don't behave comfortably with most of you guys is because she fears judgment. Females be loose, man. Females be like really out here. Almost all of them, man. I'm just going to tell you. Females like to let their hair down and really just be out here. That's for real. You had to know how to talk to them and not just text them. Woo! We're going to give you a ultra combo for that. Shout to you, ACO Frischard. What the heck? I don't know, man. Y'all be coming up with these crazy names, but I'll fucks with you. Appreciate you for that. But yeah, real talk. You're absolutely right. It's ACEOFSCHRADE. That's ACO Frischard. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not going to even try it anymore. Ace of Shrod. Oh, shit. Okay, Ace of Shrod. Put some underscores or dots or something in there, yo, for real. But I got you, Ace of Shrod. For real, that's real talk. He says you had to know how to talk to women, not just text them. And by the way, my link for anybody just joining, my Ecamm Live link is at the top. It's in my bio. If you go to the Ecamm Live link, you could jump on live with me, and everyone will see you just like they see me right now, and we could chop it up, and I can give you one-on-one consultation about anything. I can tell you why women flake. I know y'all want to hear that. I'm not answering that question until somebody asks me face to face. Why women flake? I'm going to answer that when somebody asks me face to face, because I know that's the question of the day. I got other things. What's choosing signals? What dates should you try to hit on? All of that. We need part 2 of our interview. LOL. Oh, look. Well, listen. All y'all got to do is hit me up on my link. The link is in my bio in my IG. Let me see. I had another question here. Wait, what was this one? A woman left her man for a stud. After 3 years, she left the stud with her and her man. What does his picture paint to you? She gay. Let's not make it complicated. Man. Like, she belongs to the streets. She gay. It is what it is. And a lot of dudes, sometimes it is something wrong that we're doing, real talk. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it isn't. Sometimes we're not doing something wrong. Sometimes it's just a female, man. All I can say is that you have to do the best that you can and live with the results. Try to learn from every mistake you made, though. The stick shift Acura was sick. Good. Caribbean Foods join. All right. So yeah, anybody who has any questions on here, let's get it. Another question. Relationship Talk with Jesus podcast. What, you read the question? I read the question wrong? Well, get your ass up here then. And help me read it right. Let me see. Let me pull it up on my in my joint. Matter of fact, that might help me. Oh, I can see everything over here. Hold up. I can see all my Oh, this got both of them in here. It's on. Oh my God. That's all I needed to do. This. What? I didn't even know they had it like that. Damn, this is dope. I got all my questions over here. It tells me if it's from Instagram or YouTube together. Holy smokes. You read the question wrong. Read it again. All right. Let me see. A woman left her man for a stud. After 3 years, the stud left for a man. A woman left her man for a stud. After 3 years, the stud left her for a man. Wait, what? Damn. Is this a riddle, bro? Is this a riddle, bro? What we doing?
Today I got time, cuz.
A woman left her man for a stud. Okay, I get that. And then after 3 years, the stud left for a man. Okay, so I get that. I get that. I'm reading it right now. I know you keep saying I read it wrong, but a woman left her man for a stud. After 3 years, the stud left her for a man. What does this picture paint to you? I mean, it just says that, people are kind of weak sauce. What up, Morg? Holla at your boy. Yeah, so I'm with that. I dig it. A woman left her man. I don't like that question. What the hell? That is so like, I get it, but yeah, it doesn't say much to me because there's always nuance, right? Let me see. This is real. This a man or a horse? What? Okay. Listen. If y'all gonna ask, I dig it. I'll try my best to answer that. So let's just say, what up? Let's say Jamira Moorhead 7. Okay. What's up though? What up though? Questions? Anyone have questions? Jump into my IG bio, and then there's a link in here. I'll throw you on camera, and then you can ask me any question you want though. For real. Jamie, what up? But yeah, we're going to go ahead and try to answer this question because it was the last one asked until somebody come up with another one. All right, boom. So, okay, the woman left her man for a stud, and then 3 years later, the stud left her for a man. That's crazy. That's just wicked. All that says to me is lots and lots and lots of confusion. Yeah, I get it. Okay, the woman that left her man, she left her for a stud. Yeah, I get that. 3 years later, the stud, she left her man for. The female stud left the woman for a man. This is a real story. And I get it. But, I mean, look, there's a lot of confusion there, man. And if you were to ask me, I have my different beliefs on what that's like, what things should be like. And stuff. So, this is trending on. Okay, I get it, but I'm like, bro, even with. Let me see. So badly. Let me see. There's more questions coming in. Why isn't it? You ever mess up a relationship so badly he leaves you for another dude? LOL. Yeah, that's crazy. You ever mess up a relationship so badly he leaves you for another dude? Damn, that is no. Well, yeah, that was the one thing that didn't happen. So she left the man for. Look, man, for something like that, it's like, okay, that happens. There's just a lot of people who were, they just could be bisexual, man. They might be. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. You know what I'm saying? Almond Joy's got nuts, Mounds don't. For those of y'all who are old enough for that, that was the commercials we got back in the day. I don't know what kind of commercials y'all getting now for that, but yeah, that's not a big deal. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. It is what it is. I wouldn't look too deeply into that, man. Anything, because there's so much nuance that we're missing. My question is, what does this say about the reality of women and men? Nothing, because that woman could just as well go right back to another woman. You know what I'm saying? She might just literally be bi. She might really just be bi. I wouldn't look too deeply into that without context, right? Because the one thing I try not to do is without context going in one direction. I've ended up wrong so many times that way by digging too deeply without context. Pause. You got to understand the context of it. If you don't know the ins and outs of the story, then we're all assuming, and which is okay to assume, but you know what happens when you assume, right? And there's so many different things that could have happened, right? I could be completely wrong by saying one thing, and it don't even matter. I know it's wild, right? It's polarizing and shit like that, but I don't really feel a way about it. You know what I mean? It's like everyday type stuff right now. Somebody leave you for a chick. Okay, that's crazy. And then the stud leaves for another a dude. Instead, like, I get it. It's wild, but so indecisive. You can't decide which team to play for. Shout out to you for that one. He's correct. Real talk. Real talk. Oh, snap. Did you just change your whole Instagram handle for me? Hey, appreciate you for making it easy for me to read. Is marriage beneficial? If yes, why? Oh, man, let me tell you something. Right there, I got to give her an ultra combo. That is likely the best question of the day so far. One that I am so qualified to answer. All right, so check it out. Is marriage beneficial? And you know what? You know what's the crazy thing? There is, for you, there's actually a yes or a no, right? Is there a universal yes or no? Impossible, because some people are not marriage material, and they have to come to that realization. Some of you should never, ever, ever be married. Some of you don't deserve to be married. Some of you aren't equipped to be married. Some of you just should just chill. Just chill. Don't get married. No, and no. I'm sorry. And I know you're not really trying to hear that, but it is what it is. Not all of you are equipped to be married. It is good for some people. And I can tell you the people who want to get married. If you want to raise children, then marriage could be beneficial to you. Absolutely. If you want to raise children, the most effective way to do that is to raise them in a dual parent household, right? And I see some things coming in here. Biblically, yes, it's a union that is meant to glorify God and provide a foundation by which the ideal environment is made for children to be raised. Yep. Yes. So yeah. So I'm going to say, yeah, some of you shouldn't be married, though, because a lot of you don't abide by God's rules in the first place, right? You're not in the scripture and all of that. And that's fine. You know, you don't have, if that's what you're going to do, then you may or may not have to answer to that, right? Depending on what you believe in. I mean, it is what it is. Everybody's going to have a different answer. None of us can prove it. So that's something that I usually stay away from. I don't argue about that. But if you are a man or woman of faith, then absolutely marriage is for you. Because that's what you were told to do by the good book. If that's your steez, then that's what you follow. If you claim to live your life by the principles of God, then you don't really have a choice. You have to get married. That's what you're supposed to do. Now, getting the government involved, I could not find a good book that told you that you have to get the government infused into your marriage, right? You do not have to get the government infused into your marriage. And I'll be frank with you. I've been telling men to be skeptical about infusing the government into their marriage, right? Because it has not been beneficial to men ever since this perversion of what feminism has become, right? It's just not working for men. The juice ain't worth the squeeze. So, and every man goes into a situation in good faith. And I do believe the women also go into the situation in good faith. However, when the shit hits the fan, it's just not the same. The man will lose. his retirement, his 401k, his pension, his assets, anything. Women stand to lose, but they can also lose. Technically, the law is technically equal, but guess what? Women are hypergamous. Men are hypogamous, meaning that men usually date down in the social sexual hierarchy and women date up. So that means that men are usually the providers. Men are usually going to be paying for the woman. And you have to understand that divorce is a realistic thing. We don't like to go into a relationship thinking that there's a possibility that we can get divorced, but it's actually more so likely than not that you will be divorced. And if you are divorced, it's extremely likely that the man will be forced to pay for services that are no longer rendered. And that's the problem I have with the government's side of marriage. I still do believe in the biblical sense of the marriage, where the covenant is between a man, his wife, and God. That's it. But we're not going to talk about getting married when you have to get Uncle Sam involved, who's just going there to ruin you. And if you think that that little tax break that you get is worth you losing your entire fortune or half of it, and be struggled to pick up the pieces while the female is no longer forced to do anything that she used to, but you are forced to take care of her financially. That shit is bogus to me. That's just my opinion. All right, let me see. Poland and Italy offer wives tax breaks and incentives to produce children. They will offer foreigners land for family only if they legitimately take a local wife. Are women good over there is the question. Shout out to Aaron DB8. Haven't seen you before. Welcome to the Chizat. Anybody in this piece? Oh, fuck that. Why are y'all not liking this? Y'all should be throwing the likes up. Y'all should be hitting the hunjos. Y'all should be really like hitting me up, man. Make this joint pop wherever y'all at. If y'all up on this YouTube land, go ahead and do it over there. If y'all on this Facebook land, hit me up. Throw a like for your brother, man. I know y'all like this at least a little bit. Throw a like up for a brother, man. Throw some honeys up for a brother, man. Throw a share out there. Share this to a couple people. Go ahead and share this damn live. All right. Relationship Talk with G's podcast. Video call with 8 pastors took place. One of them was gay. Oh, no. What? What we doing, bro?
Brother,
What we doing, bro?
what's that? What's that, brother?
Okay. The straight pastor said he don't consider him Christian because on biblical values about heterosexuality and God, should he be ministering to a church? Ooh, this is a real, okay, this is, if you feel like you had to throw that in there, this is also a real situation and a relationship question. Not the type of relationships that I generally go over, but okay. I'm going to answer this question until another question comes up. So if you guys don't want to hear about this, throw another question on there. So because I'm going to answer it. All right. So should he be ministering to a church? If that's the answer that you want, I'm going to say no. An emphatic no. Not because I have anything against anyone, but when you say ministering, all right, so I'll say this. I'm not going to say to a church, but to a Christian church, no, because according to Christians, it's an abomination, right? According to the word, according to the good book, then that's what that is. So no, he shouldn't be ministering to a church if you are deliberately living outside of the Bible's principles, a lifestyle, not an act, but a lifestyle outside of the Bible's principles. Meaning you will continue to do that without any gripes. No, you should not. In a nutshell, that's how I feel about it. I said it. And if you don't like me, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is.
The power of Christ compels you.
Sorry. That's just how I feel about it. And if someone would like to debate me on that, you're welcome to it. I don't think you really want to do that, but yeah, that is what that is. That's how I feel about it. He should not be. And simply because of the, that situation. Do I have anything against people who practice that? Never did. Usually left more women for me. So no, you know what I mean? But y'all do what it do. As long as no one ever tried to involve me in that, then I didn't care. It didn't matter to me what y'all doing on that side, man, because I'm still going to be doing my ones and twos on this side, right? I'm going to be doing my ones and twos on this side. So whatever. What's the next question, damn it? I need a question, guys. Come on. Let me see, unless I'm missing it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Jameer, I understand. Yeah. No one should. Yeah, I'm glad people agree with me. I'm glad people agree with me on that one. But all right, so tonight, what we're doing is we are answering relationship or dating questions. If you want to know why this particular person flakes, like I said, the only question I'm not answering unless it's in person is why women flake on you, because that's the question of the day, and it might not be answered. If people are too scared to jump on this platform, then we're not going to get that question answered. But that is the question of the day. Why women flake. And I can tell you exactly why. And I can tell you how to react to a flake. I can tell you how to react to a flake and everything about the flake. Because to me, listen, flakes, in my opinion, are equivalent to a PDF file. I'll say it again. A flake, in my opinion, is equivalent to a PDF file. Those individuals. That's how terrible you are to me if you are a flake, because that means you have no respect for my time. You have no respect for my money, and you're a liar and you're dishonest, and you're playing games because my day is so important to me, and your day should be important to you. Things that you have planned for the day should be important to you. All right. All right. We got a question here. She leaves you on red. Date her mother instead. She leaves you on red. Just keep. All right. We can talk about that. If a person leaves you on red, keep trying. And when she finally lets you hit, just ghost her. Oh, this man got it. Yo, this man got it. Yo, that is exactly. You get an ultra combo. This man right here got some game with him, because that is exactly it. Word up. Aaron DB8. Yes, and yes. And I'm going to tell you why. He's so right with that, right? He is absolutely right. And I'm going to tell you why. This is absolutely true, what he said. A lot of people overreact to certain things. A female or a male leaving you on red, don't overreact to it all the time. Do not overreact to it, because what happens is we'll get caught up in a situation. We thinking like, oh man, she hit me up. Oh man. Nah, I'm gonna tell you something. When a chick behave like that, she leave you on red. You gotta look at the last conversation. If you said something offensive or something to piss her off, she's probably like not really trying to hear from you right now. But in all honesty, you might have just said something to bore her ass, or something that she didn't know how to respond to, or didn't feel like responding to. So sometimes it means do better. You'll know, like, you're not going to keep on beasting. You're not going to be triple, quadruple texting, right? But a lot of times when you don't overreact to it, you'll be fine. If she left you on red, it doesn't mean that it's over. And a lot of us sometimes will throw away kitty that you might be already close to. I don't believe in the chase, but it is what it is. And again, Aaron DB8, you had it right when he said, you hit and then it's over, because once people start to play games like that, you've already crossed the other side. We can no longer be serious. Any serious thought I had about you is now eliminated because you played with me. So even though I might still play nice, just going to hit and then bounce. Unless your joint was decent. Then I hit again and again and again and then leave. But what I'm saying is I'm not going to offer anything. Dude's going to offer just enough to hit and then be out. And you have to. When people play with you like that, it's important to play people who play with you. Listen, I'm not that guy. Listen, I'm that vengeance guy. I believe in vengeance strongly. And I know that's not in the Bible, but I don't care. I'm a vengeful guy. If you do me dirty, I'm going to do you worse. And I also encourage vengeance. Sorry. I encourage vengeance. Why? Because people got to learn. And it's very difficult for God to work on all that karma. So you have to help him. Help God out with this karma. That's what I'm saying. But so when somebody flakes on you, just look at the subject matter that you said last. It might have been something whack you said, or she just might have got a better option. A lot of men have to come to the realization that you're not always the best option. You might be a backup. You might be in her rotation, and she'll get around to you. It all depends on what you think. If this is supposed to be a woman you want to take seriously, then no, you can't deal with that type of behavior. But if it's just something you're trying to hit, nothing that she thinks about you really matters. So don't throw it away until it's really done. You understand what I'm saying? This only matters for women that you're trying to wife and court to marriage or long-term relationships. But if it's just somebody that you don't care about, and you shouldn't, if they behave like that, this is the type of behavior that they exhibit. Damn that broad. Real talk. I'm sorry. For real. That's how I feel about it. If this is the way she's gonna behave, she's gonna be flaky. She's gonna leave you on red. Then I'm gonna ignore it. The best thing to do, the best way to combat that, and ladies will probably agree. If a woman leaves you on red, you probably said something corny that she ain't really want to respond to. So you have to come better next time. Let a little bit of time pass. Let like a day or two come by, and then you just you got to hit her up with something exciting at that time, something that she's gonna be interested in. This is going to vary depending on which chick you want. You might have to invite her out somewhere, be like, "Yo, you trying to go to the Western name?" Boom. She gonna answer you. She just don't want to be judged. She's not gonna be judged. So you can't bring it up. Oh, why you ain't hit me back? Why you left me on red? That's the most feminine thing you could possibly do. Don't do that. That's immediately going to dig you deeper into the hole. Pause. Don't do that. Don't ever respond to it like that. I've heard a lot of red pill pumpers try and say, "Oh yeah, don't tolerate." You could go with that iron fist shit if you want to, but a lot of cats who talk like that don't really get pussy. I'm sorry, they don't. And I can tell you that. They don't get pussy, bro. A lot of the cats that's doing the red pill shit don't get pussy. Real talk. And I'm not saying all of them. You know who you are. But real recognize real and real recognize fake too. A lot of them cats don't get pussy, bro. I'm sorry. They don't. We don't believe you. You need more people. People talking crazy. Oh, yeah, don't tolerate that. Nah, man, the hell with that. And I get you. It depends on how your shit looking. If you one of them guys, if you've already built yourself up to the point where you have an abundance mindset and all that, which is the best thing to do. But guess what? A lot of people don't realize there's such a thing as a bell curve. You know what a bell curve means? That means that most of us are going to be average. Always. If you look at the beginning of time, there's always, there's never been a period ever, where every man was masculine, where every man was rich, where every man was a genetic celebrity. It's never been a time in history ever. Never. There's never, ever in history been a time where all men were rich, where all men were good looking, where all men were desirable. That's never been a time in history ever. Not fucking ever. There's never been a time in life ever where that's been the case. Never. So now that we got that shit out of the way, I hope I beat that into the fool's brains who didn't understand that. Probably not y'all in the chat, but somebody's going to look at it later. Listen, there's always been a bunch of people in the middle. There's a little bit of people at the bottom. There's even a smaller group of people on the top, on the tippy top of the hierarchy, and then most of us are in the middle. Most of us are going to be in the middle. And these same people who tell you this stupid shit will always say, "Oh, well, we speak in generalities. We don't talk about outliners. We speak in generalities." Guess what? The type of behaviors that you saying that these men are going to get away with aren't the generalities. Those are a unique group of men who can do that. It's a very small group who are going to get away with this type of behavior. So we ain't telling you to simp or sucker over nobody, but there's a balance. I'm simply telling you not to overreact to bullshit, because females are full of shit most times if they ain't really digging you like that. If they don't see you like they see these favorite celebrity, they're not treat you like that. They're going to treat you like a fan. And you ain't got to tolerate shit. But what I'm telling you is that it doesn't really take much to text again, because you play the numbers game. You can chat GPT, copy paste it. That's what's happening anyway. You can chat GPT that shit and copy paste it. Have all your preset messages already. Don't even give it your time. Let chat GPT do that. Tell me what, ask chat GPT. Tell me what to say to this chick, yo. She over here frauding. Send her that message, man. Call it a day. Y'all got it easy, man. Y'all ain't even got to think no more. Chat GPT that, bro. When they start playing with you, start chat GPT in them, bro. Real talk. Real talk. I know cats who do that in dating apps and be scoring, bro. No bullshit. Cats be getting it in based off chat GPT responses. All y'all ladies thought this dude had a whole thought out message and shit. No, he chat GPT'd your ass. He straight chat GPT'd your ass. And you thought he was thinking a whole bunch of shit. He copy pasted your message and then copy pasted the response that chat GPT thought of. Dumbass. That's what you thought. You thought homeboy was really thinking about you with all that dumbass paragraph type shit. Stop. That's not what happened. Nah, that's not what happened. He was just playing with you, man. All right, let me see if there's any more questions in this piece. We had a lot of things said. Let's see. This is important because if you go on a date the first time, you ask her what is your religion. She say Christian. I say where church you go to. Then find out her pastor is gay. Then what? What? My brother, what we doing? Oh. Look, yeah, I dig it, but we went over it. Yeah, Yeah, that is important. But let's see. If you come off as needy and double text, it screams that you don't have options, and females don't want dudes who don't get no bitches. All right. Okay, this is correct. Now, you're talking about needy. So there is all right, I get it. If a chick didn't want to talk to you, you know what she do? She block you, bro. She block you. Let me tell you something. As a dude, you ain't gonna outweight a chick unless she's really feeling you like that. And guess what? If she left your ass on red, she ain't really feeling you like that. You dig? A female that wants you in the first place ain't gonna leave your ass on red. So you already down bad with that one. And you could just say, F it. I'm gonna just leave it alone. But on the real, that's a L anyway. Do you see what I'm saying? That's a L anyway. You still lost. If she never hits you again, which she likely won't, you took a L anyway. So you're playing with house money. So at that point, you act like nothing happened. You be like, yo, yeah, you trying to go to the what's the name? Boom. Take that jammy out, hit. If the joint good, keep hitting. If not, that's that. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you got to sweat nobody. If you left on red, don't hit her back up the same day, but hit her back up later. Like you forgot about it. Ask her to go do something with you and then go smash. Simple as that. Ain't nobody sweating nobody. I'm just talking about techniques that you could win. Because guess what? If you hit, I would say, I'm good on probabilities too. I would say a joint left you on red because you said something weak. You can still get back. You redeem yourself by saying something fly. And guess what? It's probably a 50% chance you hit. And if you would have said something real fly, probably an 80% chance you hit, which is better than not responding to left on red or seen. You're not going to win by that. You think you're going to outweigh a woman? No, you're not, because she's going to have more options than you. When it comes to sex, women have way more options than you. She could literally walk outside right now and come back with some D if she wants to, without any effort at all, just by her sheer existence. You, as men, have to put in all that work. We've destroyed the market as men by over validating these chicks and everything else. We've done it already. It's already a messed up market. So we're just talking about survival at this point. I learned that waving the iron fist don't work. It's better to just tell these hoes what they want to hear and never take them serious. If you take them, okay. So, all right. Waving the iron fist don't work. It's better to just tell these hoes what they want to hear. Sometimes that works. Sometimes it doesn't. I always encourage honesty, right? Because that's the most masculine thing you can possibly do, right? Honesty is the best policy. Honesty is the best policy, because at that point, whatever happens, the onus is on the woman, whether she accepts it or not. However, I do realize you can't do that with everybody, right? You can't be honest with the woman who feels like she's on your level or above you. Impossible. You can't. You can't, because she's not going to accept that from you. If you was 7 and she is 7, she gonna be like, you want to sleep with more chicks? How? Who were you? Who were you? Who were you? She's not going to try to hear that. Anybody jumping in, please drop the like. Please share the video. Please drop some hundreds in this live. Throw up some hundreds, drop some hearts, drop some something. But we in here. So yeah, I understand what you're saying with that, but it is best to be honest. And I do realize that not every man is going to be able to do that. It's unfortunate that not every man is going to be able to do that, but it's a realistic thing. So sometimes you do tell her what she want to hear. And ladies, this is why it happens, because you won't accept it. You won't accept the truth. Women say they want the truth, but no. I said this earlier in the live. Women don't want the truth. They don't want the truth, right? They just wish the truth were different, right? So you can say whether they don't or do. It don't matter. The saying goes the same, but it all boils down to they wish the truth were different. They wish you would tell them a truth that was different. Yeah, let's see. If you take them serious and get attached, that's when your ass going to get hurt. She wouldn't fuck another dude. I get you. I'll read that again. Sir Aaron DB8 says, if you take them serious and get attached, that's when you ass gonna get hurt, when she off another dude. LOL. Got it. So, I mean, that's about real. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I understand what you're saying when you say that too. So, look, I'm not going to say don't get attached to females. I'm going to say vet females better. And I'm going to tell you what type of female that is going to treat you differently. A lot of times, us dudes, we initiate contact with women, right? Most women ain't players. So they're not going to just come up and bag you unless they really like you. A lot of times they'll give you choosing signals. Sometimes they will talk to you. So your best bet is to go with the woman who you attract, not the woman you're attracted to. You can smash the woman you're attracted to. You stay with the woman that you attract. I'm going to say it again. You can smash the woman you are attracted to. You stay with the women who you attract. The women that you attract are your speed. When you actually get with women who are your speed, you get better results. When a woman actually presses you, she has an appreciation for you and she has a value for you. The biggest problem that we have in modern dating today is the fact that women don't value men as they used to. Women don't value men nearly as much as they used to. This is a fact. Women do not value men how they used to. I don't know how else to spill it to you, but that's the main problem in dating, is that women don't value men. Men have lost their perceived value. I got some long form content on my YT page. If y'all want to check that out, specifically about that topic. My last 2 videos are specifically about that topic. My last 2 long form videos are specifically addressing that topic about how men have lost their perceived value when it comes to women. And that's why you will be disrespected. That's why she's not going to care about you and everything else. If a woman really likes you enough to go in your direction and she actually pushes up on you, if a woman presses you and you command attention from women, that's the type of woman you're supposed to get with. Whoever you attract, I'm telling you, I'm going to say that thing one more time because a lot of y'all, some of y'all might have missed it. You can smash the woman you were attracted to. You stay with the women who you attract. Simple as that. Because those women are going to treat you well because they have an appreciation for you. When they really feel that way about you, you're not going to go wrong. They're going to treat you better because they value you. I'm telling you right now, that's what it all boils down to. Stay with those type of women. And she's not going to be trying to smash the next dude because she's going to understand the type of value that you have. And the more you build yourself as a man, the more women you have access to. It's as simple as that. You got to build yourself up. We talked about mentally, right? You have to learn how to talk to women. And the only way to learn how to talk to women is practice. It's something you get better by being well read and practicing talking to women. And sometimes you might have to take down a few frogs to get to that princess. So listen, talk to people who are maybe even underneath your weight class. That's fine. But don't punch outside of your weight class. Don't punch up because you're going to take a lot of L's and it's going to be very frustrating. You're going to learn very little. You're going to learn a lot about women by being able to have long conversations with them because women are going to keep talking to you. Women love talking. Women love talking. And once you start talking to them, they just keep spilling and spilling and spilling the juice, spilling and spilling and spilling. They love to do that. They absolutely love to do that. So, yeah, that's your best bet. Hold on. Anybody in here, share that live for me. Share that live. I need to share this damn live too, my damn self, but go ahead and share that live. If you on YT, share that. If you on IG, share that. Go ahead and like, throw some hundreds in here, throw some smileys in here, throw anything in here. We don't need no money. It'd be nice, but we don't need it. Just go ahead and throw some smiley face, throw some hundreds so we can keep this live going. I want this live to spread. I'm going to get some more questions out here. And if someone wants to go on live, if you want to jump within the screen and you want to talk to me, you want to ask me questions that I can answer fluently, we can go back to back, answer these questions for you. Go ahead, jump in the live, ask a serious question. I would encourage you to go on live. My Ecamm Live link is in my bio of my IG. Go into my IG. The link is there. The link is right there in my bio. It says Ecamm Live. You click that, and then it's going to allow you to come on the video chat. That's the only way you're going to get in on this particular live. You have to go in through that way. Pause. And you'll get in. Even if you think you are banished from certain platforms, you can still get in here no matter what. So go ahead and do it that way. All right. Let me see. Another question here. Important process. Okay. This is a real dating question that I think people would see important and part of their vetting process. So what do you think in that regard? New question. Alert. All right. Let me see. I got to get to this one first. I had some 3 or 4 tell me she don't want me talking to other females, but I know damn well she got a roster. LOL. Absolutely. These women ain't playing in 2024, man. Come on, man. We already know what it is, bro.
She belongs to the streets.
We know exactly what it is. Let her do her thing. Strap up, because that BV is real. Not enough of us talk about that BV. Not enough of us talk about that. It is nasty. It is not cool. Do not be a part of it. That there's a lot of different viruses out here that can't be detected. As a man, it'll run around dormant, it'll run around silent. You won't even know, and you'll be dipping into this one and that one, and they'll all have it, and you'll be sharing, and everyone's just going to have the cooties, and you don't want that. We don't want the itchies. Stop spreading the itchies, please. All right, now new question. Alert that last 4 previous messages is my official dating question in detail. Okay. I have another relationship question. This is religious. Do you believe that one partner who is Christian and the other who is Muslim can exist in a relationship, and why? Okay. So this is our Relationship Talk with Jesus podcast. If you click on that, if you're in the YT section, you can click on that. He's actually got some explanations with this stuff too. Check out his channel. Check out his IG. Do all that. Now check me out though. I'm going to answer this question, and it's pretty simple, in my opinion. If you are the man of the relationship, you are designed to lead. There is also much responsibility. You are supposed to make it so that woman breathe easy. She should not be doing nearly as much as you, because as a man, we're the workhorse. However, with that becomes respect and authority. Whatever the man is what the woman's going to follow. I don't think you should try to get together like this religious thing. If you are both heavily into your religion, it's this discussion that you have to have early. Whatever that man is what the woman should be, straight up. And if you not, and if that goes against your religion, then that should be something that you just not get into long-term relationships with people for. This should be one, if it's important to you, if it's dear to you and your religion, you really stand behind that, then that should be one of your first conversations. You should know off rip. You don't waste your time on nobody. You know what I'm saying? Certain questions are extremely important. You should be asking what their credit score is. You should be asking how many children they have. You should be asking what their religion is, how many children they want, what type of a neighborhood do they want to live in? Like you know what I'm saying? These are all questions that you need to be answering. Do you like HOA? I hate HOA. Anybody else hate HOA? Damn HOA. Like if somebody that I was considering to court for marriage said they wanted to live in a place with HOA, that would have been our last date. Straight like that. Just saying. Certain things you just got to discuss in the beginning. You have to discuss certain things in the beginning, so at least you're on the same page. People will have to understand what's going on with you. You got to know. HOA is whack AF. Yes. Tell them about it, man. HOA is whack AF. And I literally would not marry someone if they wanted to do an HOA. Sorry. That's exactly it. Hell with that. Y'all are crazy. So that's all I'm saying. You got to be on the same page of things. The main thing that you would want to do is be honest with a mother lover. Being honest is extremely important. If you can afford to be honest, you need to be. And if you can't, then it shouldn't be someone you're pursuing a long-term relationship with. You should not be pursuing a long-term relationship with someone who isn't on the same page as you. If you don't have the same beliefs, if one of you drinks and the other doesn't, that's extremely difficult to work with. If one of you is on that rock, then that ain't gonna work, right? One of y'all on that any one of those illicit drugs, it's not gonna work. You can't do it. Only one of you can do it. Anybody jumping in, please do drop that like. Please do drop a like and drop some 100s and drop some hearts in this piece. Yo, great point. Being honest is easier too, so you ain't got to remember lies. I'm just gonna tell you, man, I was an excellent liar when I thought that was the way to go. And I'll tell you why. I'm a writer, and I would have the whole story played out in my head. All I had to do was imagine it. And my memory is so intricate and detailed that I would be able to remember a lie because it really happened in my head. And I could always reflect back to that imagination that I had, and it would work. And if you're that good, then you ain't got nothing to worry about. But I still don't encourage lying, right? So lying it's not cool because it does take a lot of energy for most humans. That's extremely correct. Most humans are going to take a lot out of them to lie. And I don't encourage it. I really don't. And I say that because it doesn't take any effort. A lot of people, for lies, it's unsustainable. I believe it's unsustainable anyways for you to continue to lie. Because you got to live in that lie every day. And I've watched a lot of people slip. I remember every single detail a person tells me. So there's a lot of people who tell me something and then they tell me one thing and I call them on and then they try to twist it into trying to say that it's saying two entirely different things together. That shit is crazy. But yeah, there's a lot of people who lie and then can't even keep up with their damn lies, which is amazing to me. But, you know, y'all go ahead and keep doing that. But keeping it honest, I'm never going to recommend anything else because it's so easy, man. You don't have to put forth any effort. Like the homie said, you have to remember shit. That could be annoying. Trying to remember a lie is annoying. It takes a lot of effort for most people, man. And why are you doing that? Is it because you're scared to be honest with the person? Is you ain't got the cojones to tell the other person what it is that you feel? Are you afraid to say it with your chest? And these are the reasons why in my very early ages, I was like, damn, this lying thing's corny. Like, you stop caring. Once you have enough courage to not give a F about what people are thinking or saying to you or about you, life is good. Life is real good. Once you develop them cojones where you be like, man, I don't care what they talking about, man. I'm going to do me. Life is real good. I promise you. That's the only way you're going to get by in life. Live your truth, no matter what that is. Let me see if I missed any questions over here. Anybody else got some more questions? Go ahead and pound it out because, let me see. I got a girl now and we good, but I seen some crazy shit in the past. Yes, absolutely. Back when I was broke, I had a roster. I would get bitches mixed up and they would kind of pick up on that. LOL. Well, look, I'm going to tell you one thing that I've never did. Here's what I never did and why I never got caught. Or look, for real, some of them chicks is cool. I'm going to tell you something. If you got multiple chicks, some of them is like that, where you got to know what you're dealing with. First off, you got to know what you're dealing with. I'm about to get into that today.
Today I got time, cuz.
You got to know what you're dealing with. Some females, you can go ahead and get it off, and they don't really care. They probably going to smash other dudes, but at least they going to listen. They'll advise you on it. You'll know who you going to go see. They'll be like, yeah, I'm about to go check out such and such. Like, oh, I bet. Yeah. Oh, shit. They'll catch you slipping and everything. They'll be like, yo, you got my hair on you. Take that shit off. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, they'll go and tell you, go ahead and wash your D off real quick. Like, they be on point, man. They be ready to make sure the rest of your dealings is cool, too. So it's not all bad, being honest, because some of these females are helping. They know what you're trying to do. And once they feel like they the one that's in on the secret, they gonna keep it tight. They're not going they'll actually get shit out of the way so they can keep the thing going with you versus them actually trying to rat you out and take their hairs off and throw it under your seat and write letters on the shower so when it fogs up they can see different things and all of that. Like, no, they're gonna get in the way, dropping earrings in a glove compartment or in between seats and stuff like that. Females be really trying to be out here and getting you caught up. Crazy. But if you tell them what's up, they on your team. And not every woman's going to go for that, but a lot of them will. Especially if they ain't really trying to just be bothered with you. They're going to get what they need from you. Hopefully it's the D. If you set up an arrangement like that, then it's pretty easy to get a roster. And be truthful about it. I'm too honest. I have to say I'm blunt. LOL. Well, when you, if you build yourself up as a man, then you're not really worried about losing these joints. So it's very easy for you to be honest. Very easy for you to be honest when you're not worried about losing nobody. Bro, bees nowadays be leaving ish in your room, in the car. They be hating. Of course. They goaltending, man. They goaltending. And they out here Mutombo and out here. No. No. I don't know if y'all old enough to remember Mutombo. Back in his days of battling with Jordan, he would block a shot and then do one of these. No. That's the Kimbe Mutombo. He just died. Shout to the Kimbe Mutombo. He died probably like a month and a half ago or something like that. For real. Shout to the Kimbe Mutombo. He was a legend for that. Well, yeah, that's what these females is out here doing, man. They straight blocking shots all crazy on you. Straight blocking shots. Straight hating. Let me see. Being honest is easier. Back when I was broke. Yeah. Don't. Oh, main thing. How you don't get it mixed up. Don't call them by their names. Ever. Don't call anyone by their name ever. Make it a habit of never calling anyone by their name. ever. And you're going to be out here winning. That's it. Don't talk too much. Be a good listener. Women like when you listen better than when you talk. So it's almost impossible to get them mixed up after a while. You know what I mean? Just keep it simple. That's the main thing. When you start to complicate matters and you start doing too much, of course you can still have a slip here and there. But the simpler you keep it, the easier it is to get away with shit. All right, let me see. Bro, yeah, I saw that. Yeah. HOA. All right. I really thought that I was going to get somebody brave enough to come in the live tonight. Apparently, I'm not going to get anyone in the live tonight. Damn. I was really hoping I was going to get somebody in the live tonight. And y'all don't have to. I dig it. Some of y'all are bashful, but I'm going to start doing these more. I know I always say that shit and be lying, but I really am, because I'm pretty much set up to do it now. So I'm going to start doing that a lot more when I'm going live. So anybody, I'm going to give y'all one more chance before we all run up out of here. It's been a pretty good live. I'm glad for all the questions we got. But if someone wants to dare jump in this live and go on the screen, you can't do it the conventional way. However, the link is in my bio. The link is in my IG bio. If you touch the Ecamm Live link, that is going to allow you to come up here and ask any relationship question that you would like. I did want to answer for y'all the why women flake question, but someone would have to have asked me that in my face. And being as though everyone is a little bashful tonight, y'all can't get that question answered. I'm going to save it for my next live. That might be the topic, why women flake, but someone's going to have to ask me that question to my face, because I want to get into the whole flaking thing, how to handle flaking, what to tolerate, what not to tolerate, and why women flake in general, and if you should take it personally. All of that. I have all of that. I've done a study on flakes. You know, I jump on a lot anytime, but I'm doing a lot of work right now. So the best I can do is just listen and salute. No, I ain't mad at you, brother. There's plenty of other cats that came through and everything. I know you be on your grind, brother. I ain't even pause. I ain't even tripping. But I know there was a lot of cats that came through that had some very good questions. I was just hoping somebody would have jumped in that live, because I wanted to rock that. I wanted to see how it was going to behave, to be honest. I wanted to see how it was going to react. But there's always next time. I understand sometimes people ain't prepared. They might be home and, in rare form. I get it. So I'm not mad. I'm a little disappointed, though. I wanted somebody to kind of jump in the live. But it's all good. I'm glad we were still able to answer a lot of questions tonight. If y'all have any topics that y'all do want me to cover, put them bad boys in the chat at any time. I want to see what y'all going to do, because I'm going to address those. Slave to the mob, remember, slave to the mob first. So whatever it is that the people demand is what y'all gonna see me do. Believe it. That's just how it's gonna go. But I appreciate everybody for jumping in. Shout to y'all for jumping in, for real. Stupid. Tonight we had a decent night. I plan on doing a lot better than this. We're gonna do some more lives. We're gonna go hard. Pause. And we're gonna keep this bad boy going. Damn, people jumping in now, I see, but all good. Listen, I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to take my ass to my next task, and we're going to end up doing this again. But if you have anything on here, anybody who jumps in the comments, because I normally don't archive my lives, I let them rock. Anybody who has anything that they want to ask, go ahead and ask. And on the YT, y'all could ask me the same things. I'm going to be up here. Any questions y'all got, y'all let me know what y'all got going on, and then we'll do the best we can to answer that. All right. I might jump on, depending on how it go. It might be some late night tomorrow night. If not, I'm going to do Sunday. But I'm going to do one of these days where I jump in on the live, and I'm able to dual stream now without any issues. Wait, here's a relationship question. Should politics ever be a reason to lose a relationship with people? What has the election, in your opinion, done to recent relationships in marriage? All right, I'll answer this one more before I get out of here. So I'll say this. I believe that is just like the religion situation. Whatever the man doing, I expect the young lady to be doing. Simple as that. You have to be a leader in your household. Your female has to trust in your decision making, and she's supposed to understand that what you're doing. I can't see how a married couple could have opposing political views when y'all want the same goal. If y'all can't even agree on an ideology, you shouldn't even be married. Real talk. That's not supposed to be your wife. If she can't support you in that decision, she's not supposed to be your wife. She's not your wife. If y'all are gonna go, if y'all can't agree on politics, I don't know what to tell you, man. That's not your wife, bro. For real. Y'all got to do better than that. That ain't your wife, bro. That ain't your wife. Sorry. Damn, this is getting. But if y'all have any questions, I'll take one more question. I know you were saying you have one more question. If y'all want to jump in this live, you go ahead. But you'd have to do it through the link in my bio, the Ecamm Live. Ecamm Live link in my bio is the only way you'll be able to jump into the live. You cannot jump into the live conventionally because I cannot accept you. But if you go into, so I'm using streaming software. I do certain things on here that you definitely never see on other people's lives. I was actually thinking about running some videos. If I see another hot topic that I want to get into, I might even do that too. Well, I might. I don't know yet, but we'll see.
Are you not entertained?
Thank you for dropping a like in there. We were certainly appreciated. Certainly appreciated for dropping a like there. All right. Let me see if that other question came up. One more question. Wait, one more question. Go ahead and ask it. Because that's all, folks. After this, ask that question now. Almost. He must be really, really writing up a good one. One more question. But yeah, if any of y'all want me to cover any topics too that you haven't seen me cover before, go ahead and do that. I'll definitely cover some more topics. Yeah. Damn, I've been on for more than an hour and a half. I'm about to get the hell out of here. Y'all might have to catch me on a rebound on this one, because I'm out here fading, boy. Going once. I'm going twice. All right, we about to be out of here, man. Let me go ahead and end this joint. Wait, there's a question. He got me. I'll have my finger on the trigger, but I was about to push the button. All right. At what age should males start taking relationships serious? Same question as well for females. Okay. For females, the question is relatively obvious. I'm going to give the red pill answer, even though I'm not a red pill guy. They're right about this. As early as possible. And it doesn't mean that you have to be 18 years old looking for a man. I say as early as possible, meaning that you're in a situation where you're mentally prepared to do it, right? When you feel like, okay, I like this guy enough to actually do this. You got to get into a situation where you're like, I really like this guy. I'm ready for it, right? Some people might not be ready till after college. So I would say by 25 for women. If you want the best chance at the best possible man that you can obtain, and I say that because of your sexual marketplace value, or SMV, as KS used to say. That's where you were in your absolute prime. So that's when you should do it. That's when you should actually look for it and be like, yo, all right, I need to go ahead and get a dude real quick, because at that point you're on a decline as far as what men say, and men dictate the sexual marketplace. Are there outliers? outliers, right? They can absolutely get other men and whatever, but your best possible option to get the best man fades away after 25. You can still definitely get men after that. You can get men at 50. You can get men at 60. Will you be able to have children then? Probably not. But, women always have the option to get men's attention. But your best chance to get married is, I would say, before 25. So your ideal place to find a permanent mate will be in college. A lot of people who find their husbands in college are successful. So I would start there. Try to find you a husband in college. You know this guy is in school. You know what direction he's going to. You know what field he's interested in. His ideology is beginning to develop. So I think this is a good opportunity to find somebody who you match well with. And you're both starting out together. He's not going to be worried about if you like him for his money or not, because you're building together from scratch. So it's definitely the optimal place to find a man, college. And you should start then. Start in your college years by start dating seriously. Then that would be your best possible option. And let's see. For men, we have a lot more grace because our optimal position in life is probably about 35 years old. That's when you still have enough good looks, strength, and youth, but are getting into your career. You might peak at like 55 as far as your career is concerned, as far as men. And that's one of the things that women care about. So that works. I would say you have time. I would just say become the man that you're going to be, and you won't really know. I would say men should start. It depends on what you want. If you're the type of guy that wants to just be with one woman forever, find you somebody with their V card, and you look in college as well. But if you are not already building yourself, you just have to be ready to be in a relationship. And it depends on what the woman you desire requires. She should just require you as a person. If you run into a woman like that, there's no early time to say, there's no late time. Like it's not really like that. You have a longer threshold. You have way more opportunity to find a woman, but it doesn't mean you wait, because you might be missing out on great opportunities that you see earlier in life. So as soon as you find somebody who's worth taking seriously, I wouldn't say go looking for it, but I would say build yourself up as a man and you'll trip over it. Put it that way. 4B movement has been on the rise since Donald Trump's election is initiated. We'll go over. Yeah. Should the View be canceled for speaking such sexist agenda? Oh God. The 4B movement is trash. There's been plenty of actual South Korean women who have debunked the hell out of the actual 4B movement, which basically means that in South Korea, those 4B words stand for different things. One is like dating. There's no dating, no McLovin, no interacting with men, no babies either. So they're just that's it. They're just saying the hell with men because it's a chauvinistic, misogynistic, whatever they want to call it, world over there. According to them, they're being oppressed. And they said, we're not going to have any of that. So we're just going to boycott men entirely. Cut off our nose to spite our face. This is another one of those things that feminism has caused. And you know who started feminism? A bunch of studs. That's who. Bunch of studs. A bunch of studs. That's who started it. That's who started it. Nobody cares. Y'all already playing for the other team. And then they dragged women who ain't even in it into it. Women who had no business doing that. It's a very small group of people who were practicing this in South Korea. The real women debunked that. They said it's trash and nobody's really doing it. You had some females over here who thought that this would be a movement. But you don't even know. Your women will betray you. You know how women think? It's going to be some dummies that die hard about it too. It's going to be some real fools. Some real fools trying to be die hard about the 4B movement. depriving themselves of all the delicious D that they could have gotten. Pause. You're going to be done. And all these dudes are just going to go right past you. Right? So no smashing. You're going to be missing out on all those husbands that you could have gotten. You're going to squander your youth. You're saying for the next 4 years. What if you're 31 and then now you're 36, all the way up in geriatric pregnancy? How about that? No matter how you spin it, you're going to be taking an L. You're going to be missing 4 years of D. You're going to be missing 4 years of possibly obtaining a husband. You're going to be missing 4 years of whatever. And it's laughable because your peers are not going to support you. They're going to be getting all that D. They're going to be getting all that D. Nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do about it. They're going to be getting this. All the women are going to be getting this. And they're going to be laughing at you for supporting 4B. Lonely as hell. Lonely as hell. That's what you're going to look like. Lonely as hell. Get nothing. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. It's fine. It's fine. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. Because you know what? A couple things are going to happen. It's not going to happen because I'm just telling you why it's not going to happen. But I could say that hypothetically, if it would happen, it's not going to happen because females ain't got that much discipline, and they can't stand to be losing to a bunch of people who ain't even with the program. So you're going to tell me you down with the cause. You're going to go ahead and watch your homegirl or your fake sister go ahead and get all of that McLovin that you was supposed to be getting, taking all them husbands that you was supposed to be getting because you want to sit on the sideline on purpose. You want to be in a femme cell, right? Or is that no, I guess, yeah, no, I guess you'd have to just call it a celibate because you'd be technically volunteering your celibacy and everything else and your interactions and your McLovin, everything else. It's fine. It's fine. People are okay without you. Go ahead. Get your toys. Get your cucumbers, get your, whatever it is that you do, your rabbits, your roses. Go ahead. I'm investing stock on that, so y'all gonna be making me win anyway. If that's what y'all gonna, it's not even for 4B because I think it's a joke. I'm just investing in that just because I think that women have just become. It's going to be bad. I'm just going to say this. That's a whole nother conversation. I don't want to go crazy on that, but women have a great disdain for men in general. But this 4B movement not going to do nothing. I think all your so-called fake sisters are going to be smashing the dudes. All of them and the S workers are going to be getting all the bread. Y'all just cutting yourself out of the market. Just yourselves. There's not going to be a lot of y'all. All y'all who volunteer for the 4B. And then you're going to have a whole bunch of liars that's getting that D on the side, on the low. And they ain't going to tell you nothing. And you're going to be out here Sullivan looking like a dumbass for nothing. For nothing. What else? There was another question. Another time, men don't have to damage referencing the opposite sex. They get crucified. What do you think, Smoove? I think I've addressed that. Yeah, well, we know, men. Yeah, come on, bro. We've been demonized. That was the whole part of the feminist movement. Yeah, and devalued and feminized and whatever. What are ways that a man should set their woman up to make sure that she achieve an orgasm? Have you ever had a mate that didn't orgasm or believed fake one? What was the issue? Shit. All right, so this is what we talking about, huh? I run away from no question. None. So, all right, if you having problems with McLovin, I'm gonna tell you the best thing. Here are some of the best tips to make sure that you have good McLovin. 1, your diet, your exercise. That's going to build your stamina. There's certain things you should have. Zinc is pretty good. for the recovery. You got to be hydrated. You got to be hydrated. Get your electrolytes, real ones. Get like real coconut water. Kind of come in a box, not the preservative shit, not the can. You're going to need some of that too. That's going to help you tremendously. Be hydrated. You'd be surprised how the hydration is how far it's going to take you. You need to, you need a balanced diet, man. You got to know what protein you're supposed to have, what carbs you're supposed to have, and you got to get exercise, blood flow, most importantly. Cardio is going to get you right. And then there's also other things. That's premium shit, man. I'm not putting that on here right now because it gets wild. That's a one-on-one conversation for people who really want that work. Pause. But if you're trying to really see what to do with that. But those are, listen, if you just listen to what I said right there, you get that right. Your breathing techniques, right? And then there's the stupid simple tricks. If you about to let it go, freaking, change position, like, remember, like rock the boat, change position. That's it. Like that shit'll save your life sometimes. You know what I mean? It'll buy you some time, and then you get to reset. That reset could buy you like another 10 minutes added to the total time. You know what I'm saying? Don't rush. Do other things. Occupy yourself with doing multiple things at the same time instead of just focusing on the actual, action. You just focus on other things that you're doing, trying to help please and stuff like that. And then you have to explore the woman. You got to touch on her. You touch on her in certain places. There's a couple key spots. Some women, the neck, depending on what you're doing. There's some a rub, some a choke. You know what I'm saying? Some females like to get their hair pulled. Don't be afraid to do any of that. Do it gently first. Because a lot of them like it, but they're not going to tell you, hey, choke me. Hey, yank my hair. You just do it a little and see how they react to it. You got to touch them. Rub your finger up and down different places and see where they react to it. That's how you can kind of tell. They'll let you know. You know what I mean? It's a couple exercises. Take your time. Foreplay is the key too, because real talk, if the foreplay is legit, the female can actually orgasm just from foreplay. I've done that shit plenty of times. I even had to put my mouth or a deal on a chick plenty of times, and they'll have one or two busted out before I even get there. If your foreplay game is up, they likely gonna bust before you even do what it do, for real, without making actual contact. For real. If your foreplay game is up, you have to be patient. You have to see what they like. You know what I mean? You want to get that call back. You want that return customer, man. What we doing? That's how you got to roll. Yeah, but I think that will do it for sure. That will do it for sure. I'm going to get more in detail with a lot of these things, man. A lot of these things. But I appreciate everybody who jumped in, everybody who contributed to the chat and all that. Definitely. And we're going to be doing some more of these, man. Shout this out. Share with some cats. Let people know what is going down. I have so much more to give y'all, to be honest. Like, I could really put on a damn show, and we're going to start doing that. I'm going to start getting this right. I appreciate everybody who jumped in and did what it do, man. For real. What up? Marcus Evans jumping his piece as I'm about to drop off and shit. Damn. I was just about to jump off, but I was just going over. Somebody asked me a question about why women aren't orgasming. You just missed that one. That was a legit one, man. Like, share, and subscribe. He's damn right about it. For real. Appreciate you for it, though. I already chased half the crowd up out of here because I told them I was leaving and shit. But no, I appreciate everybody who decided to jump in. I'll take one more question from the homie Marcus Evans if you want, before I get out of here, just because you dropped in and that's the homie. But I've been answering questions for a good 2 hours right now so far. This is after my little TikTok rant too. So, but yeah, if you got a question about relationships, no, you good, brother. Look, I appreciate you jumping in. I know I don't expect anybody to live their life around my lives, especially being that I drop them sporadically. But I want to answer one of your questions for you, though. And I appreciate you jumping in and telling the cast to subscribe. It ain't your bad nothing. You the homie. But I wish you would have made it, but I didn't tell anybody. I didn't announce. This was a shock drop. So I ain't mad at nobody who came in or didn't. You know what I mean? What's your goal for the space? The goal for the space, my the theme of the channel is human improvement. Human improvement. That's why I had real estate moguls. That's why I had financial advisors. That's why I had nutritionists. I want us to be able to do better as people. I want us to, one, understand each other, gain perspective. I want us to be able to get along with each other way more than we do, right? I want us to be able to learn to communicate. And a lot of that is because of fear, doubt, and just horrible experiences and people not understanding perspective. That's why I bring different voices on for perspective. And I also think that our relationships are failing like crazy. That's why I've been focusing on that a good amount, because that is the key to the nuclear family, in my opinion. That nuclear family will build a strong community, which will bring a strong society, which will bring a stronger world, So those are where we at with it. Let me see. What up? Damn, everybody. Let me see. Hold on. I'll do one more. But yeah, we were doing relationship questions tonight. If you got one of those too, bro. Emmy. What's the oldest you think a man should be able to date, as in a woman who is older than him? What's the cutoff? How old is too old and how young is too young? All right. If I was going to say that, right? If I were going to go there, what's the oldest that a man should date? I would say don't go too high as a man. To be honest, you're going to be attracted to that youth. In my personal opinion, I think she's going to have an older woman will have a difficult time satisfying you sexually. I think that there's things to consider, the hormonal changes, particularly once menopause hit. That's just a reezy. That's important. So that's one thing. Childbearing years. If you want children, then that's something you have to consider. If you're an older guy, then it doesn't matter as much. If sex is not your primary concern, it doesn't matter, because women typically live a little bit longer than men. So those are the things that you have to consider. It's contingent upon if you want children and if you want sex. If you don't care about the two of those, then there is no limit. You get with who you want, who you love is who you love. But if you want children or sex, then you have to consider those things that I talked about. The sex threshold will end likely or slow down tremendously. And the 40s range, the mid 40s is where it starts to slow down, like it or not. Females say no. Biology says yes. And childbearing years, it gets more and more dangerous after 35. There are some modern miracles and everything, but I don't focus on outliers and I don't focus on possibilities. I focus on probabilities. So those are the two things that I would concern myself with. And that's it. Bang, bang. I appreciate y'all for jumping in. I'm going to do another live. I'm going to plan it this time. I want to do multiple platforms. TikTok won't give me a stream key. I want everybody to start hashtagging anywhere they want. Give Trev Smoove a stream key. TikTok, they only do it through agencies right now, and I'm not really trying to go through an agency because I can't post. Maybe I might. You know what? I might go through an agency, bro, and get a stream key. I just might, just so I can put my TikTok all on the same situation. I might do that. We'll see. How come people will until the relationship is over to finally improve, start working on themselves? I actually made a short about that. And that's because they're trying to do better than they just had. They were dissatisfied with it, and they realize now that they were comfortable with who they were with, but they realize now that for them to do better, they must improve. That's something that we all come to the realization of at some point. And they didn't care enough about that particular person to improve for them. Hope that answers the question. But we out of here for the night, man. I'm jumping on the live again. I might do Sunday. I'm going to apply for a stream key from one of the agencies from TikTok. Anyone who thinks that they know which one is the best, throw that bitch in the comments. Because I'm going to see which agency I could apply for TikTok, just so I can get a stream key, and then I'll be on that live. And then I'm going to be on at least 3 platforms at a time. And I'm going to be going hard. Matter of fact, see, I'm going to show y'all something real quick. I didn't even do this, but Hold on. I think I could can't I display this? Right? Yeah, I can do these. Damn it, man. I forgot I can do this. And I'm going to be doing this from now on. My next video, I'm going to be doing this. So I have it on here for everyone to see. Matter of fact, we're going to make this bigger too. Man, I forgot all about this, bro. I forgot all about this. See, it's been so long since I've done like a crazy live. I can put all the comments up here and all of this and that, man. Y'all don't even know. I'm going to be doing this, bro. This is what's about to happen, bro. Y'all don't even know. See what I'm saying? No, I don't even know. Yeah, it's about to be a movie. But I'm about to get out of here for the night. I appreciate everybody for jumping in. Damn, I should have had these up here because this really works. I forgot all about that. I'm using this very sophisticated program that I pay way too much money for, and I'm not giving y'all the full experience. But I'm going to jump in here likely Sunday night and see what to do. Hopefully I can get on TikTok by then too, because I'm going to be on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at once, at least. And we'll see if I can get crazy and do a whole nother one too. I might do one more. If any suggestions, let me know. But I appreciate y'all for jumping in. And as always, until next time, stay hungry, my friends. Never thirsty.